This is me after 6 months of taking a cold shower. You really expected me to scream and shout and really hate it, right? Well, let's go back 6 months. This is how I actually look like when I first started taking cold showers. So in 6 months, I was able to go from this to this. And you know that quote, you are what you repeatedly do, so excellence is not an act but a habit? That may have had something to do with all of this, but that doesn't explain the full picture. Why did I start this in the first place? How did I sustain this habit? And was taking cold showers worth it? Let's find out. Before we actually have this discussion, I think it might be helpful to have a quick history lesson. Since the dawn of our civilization, our species has bathed themselves. Except instead of taking designated showers at a designated place, it was under waterfalls, rivers, or lakes. Later on in history, people would imitate this by pouring jugs of water, often very cold. And thanks to the Industrial Revolution, plumbing, and invention of hot showers, our showering experience looks something like this. So it's safe to say that taking cold showers is in our DNA. Except now in 2020, that's not something that we as a people, as a society do. And that's really interesting to me. This has probably happened to you when you're in the shower and you accidentally hit the knob going from hot to cold. And the moment that first droplet of cold water hits your skin, you immediately tense up, you freak out, you want to run away. If you kind of think about it, it's actually pretty pathetic. It's happened to me. And this is why I thought it was a great idea to get into cold showers. So why did I start in the first place? So interestingly, I've always wanted to get into this habit of taking cold showers. I actually tried taking cold showers for the first time back in 2015, but it was kind of annoying because I just hated it. I dreaded it. I hated the fact that I had to put myself through a cold shower because it was incredibly painful. And at the time, I just kind of reasoned with myself. I told myself, I'm working out, I'm eating healthy, I'm doing all these healthy things. I don't really need to add another thing into my arsenal of healthy things. So I kind of gave up and I kind of told myself like, I'm doing all right with my life. So I stopped. But I actually picked up cold showers again last June, mainly because I actually started a job as a server at a restaurant. And let me tell you, the job was terrible. I hated it. It put my mind into this path of like anxiety and very depressive feelings about life and everything because the job sucked that bad. And one night after a long day at work, I was under the hot shower and I was just like staring into like the abyss, thinking about life. And I was just really anxious. I was really annoyed. I was frustrated. And I had to do something to kind of get myself out of it. So like it was almost like a reflex of like staring at that shower knob and turning it from hot to cold. But unlike the first time when I took cold showers back in 2015, this time I just stood there and I felt calm. I was letting those emotions kind of just go through me as the cold shower was happening. And honestly, it felt great. When I got out of the cold shower, that frustration, that anxiety was gone. And I was kind of amazed. I was like, oh dang, this is solid. I like it. One of the things I noticed immediately was that I was no longer feeling angry. I was no longer feeling anxious. I was no longer feeling depressive about my situation at this terrible job. Now it was transformed into something else. I was more awake. I was more excited. I just felt like I had those feel-good hormones coursing through my body, that it almost felt like a drug. At the time, I didn't know what that was, this emotion change, but then I figured out what it was. It was called a state change. And if you don't know what a state change is, Tony Robbins, explain.
Courage doesn't mean you don't have fear. It means you're scared, but you do it anyway.
Right, exactly.
Right? And so that's a state of just determination or certainty or aggressiveness. And the fastest way to do that is to make a radical change in your body.
Thanks, Tony. So on to the second question. How do you sustain a habit that literally makes you want to scream? And that's the million-dollar question if you ask me. But my response to that question might disappoint some of you. So I think it heavily depends on the person and then also the emotional connection that the person has to the habit that they're trying to build. So let's take a look at cold showers. Logic says that you should just hop into the shower and do it for 21 days. Or logic says that you should do a progression where you go from hot water during the start of the shower and then slowly progress to cold. While I do believe that these two methods can work and probably have worked for other people, I think there's a higher force that's in play that no one talks about. And that's this emotional connection that you have towards that habit. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that I first got into cold showers when I was having a really bad day at work and I was really anxious, I was kind of depressed, and I needed a change. I needed an emotional state change. What I didn't mention in that story was that once I figured out that these cold showers were helping my mental well-being, I would take cold showers before every shift that I had at this restaurant. And I noticed that my happiness increased and was incredibly overwhelmingly positive every time I did take these cold showers. But the times I didn't take these cold showers, I was miserable. So I saw that there was like this clear difference of taking a cold shower and not taking a cold shower. And since I had that immediate feedback of taking cold showers, that laid down the groundwork that ultimately made the habit sustainable. And this leads me to the third question. What leads people to not do habits even though they know that's good for them? What I find so interesting is that collectively as a society, we know it's good to exercise. We know it's good to eat healthy. We know it's good to read books, but we don't do it. And that's so fascinating to me. And frankly, for the longest time, I didn't really have an answer to this. I was baffled. But it wasn't until I started taking these cold showers that I figured out why this might be. Even though I've built this habit of daily cold showers, every time I walk into that bathroom, there is that little bit of resistance when I'm staring at that shower knob that makes me want to take a hot shower. And I think that is the biggest reason why people don't do these habits, is that resistance. We fall into it too quickly. What I found to help me with pushing past this resistance is quickly making a decision. So when I'm staring at that shower, I quickly make the decision that I'm going to take a cold shower, and I turn on the shower knob and I step right into the water. And I don't give myself any time to think about the decision I took. And there's a reason for this. There's this powerful force that guides you the moment that you make this decision that you're gonna take a cold shower, and you just jump into it. So all the things that come afterwards, the pain, the discomfort, all of these things, you start to accept it because you made that decision and you're okay with it. There's incredible amounts of peace that comes with that. Now that I've answered those three questions, where do we go from here? What are the major lessons and themes? First, have an emotional connection to the habit. So connecting cold showers to the terrible job I had at the time really helps solidify my habit. Second, try to learn how to be consistent by not being consistent. I understand that sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. So the days when you're feeling sick or when you're feeling down or you had a really bad day, on those days for me personally, I took a hot shower. I wasn't hard on myself because I realized that if you try to do something consistently, just give yourself a metric. Give yourself, okay, I'm gonna take a cold shower 3 days out of the week or 4 days. If you hit that metric, then everything else will be fine because you're still continuously working on this path of getting good. And also, not to mention, I think doing something every single day might be the biggest reason why you might not succeed, because it might become a drag. Some days you might want to take a cold shower. Some days you might not want to. Again, give yourself a metric, stick with it, and have fun with it. Third, it's okay if it doesn't work out. If it isn't working out for you, then stop, move on. Because back in the day, 5 years ago, I tried doing cold showers. It didn't work out for me, but it came back in full circle now into 2020. So I think it's really important to remember that don't be hard on yourself and focus on just trying it out, exploring, be curious, and then move on if it doesn't work out. I hope you guys like this video. I'm really excited to be posting again. I'm really excited about what this year can bring. Again, my name is Harshit Patel. For those who don't know, I make videos about things I'm just genuinely curious about. And I'm excited about what direction that this channel can go. I'm excited for you guys to be on this journey along with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you take action on taking cold showers or just any habit, because I think these principles apply to every single habit that you're trying to pretty much bring onto your repertoire of life, if that makes sense. That didn't make sense at all. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay curious.